Tyron Woodley claims that he sent fight offers to both George St-Pierre and Nick Diaz, and both of them were not interested. Tyron claims that he offered a number pushing 8 figures. Speaking to TMZ, Tyron said, "I'm looking to fight guys that are legendary to me, that I feel like may not have gotten the respect and the money that they should have gotten when they were at the top of the top. Like George St-Pierre, I offered him a dumb bag. He said no. I'm not in that world anymore. I offered Nick Diaz a dumb bag. When I say dumb, I mean pushing 8 figures, a lot of money. They both said no." Sorry, Nick didn't say no. Nick liked the comment, so I don't know what that means. But people that I respect, people that I thought were GOATs, and now that the money is coming to the sport, I want to go to those people first and get them paid with me because it's a partnership. Whether I like Jake Paul or not, I was a business partner with him for 2 fights. This is a business. You got a partner. It's not choreographed. It's called the Realist International Promotion, TRIP. We're promoting all things art, so we're not just doing mixed martial arts. Obviously, I would be a fool not to do that, just because that's my background and my base. We're doing music, concerts, festivals, cryptocurrency, esporting events, boxing, and then we're just doing a lot of crossover. Cody Garbrandt says he'd love to smack Sean O'Malley around and take the title off of him. As most of you know, Cody and Sean have a history of disliking each other. The two actually attempted to have a face-off at the UFC 269 pre-fight press conference a couple years back.
Me and Cody square up just for the future.
Please, let's do it. We'll do it right now.
Square up.
Cody went on to say, if Sean's still the champion when it's my time to punch that ticket again, I would absolutely love that. And if he's not, and I've got to work my way to Sean if he loses, if he's ranked, all these rankings are a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. It just never made sense to me. But besides that point, I think a clash course with Sean is definitely in the near future. A money fight. That's what it's all about. What is going to bring the most eyes to these fights? Sean and I have history. I would just love to go and smack him around. I think Deiveson Figueiredo is far more dangerous than Sean O'Malley. I truly believe that. Sean's got good skills. He's got good things. But Deiveson is the next adversary that I want to fight. That's what I'm focused on. That's what I want. George St-Pierre shows off his nightly ritual that helps him sleep. Dricus Du Plessis discusses his upcoming title fight against Sean Strickland at UFC 297. Dricus says that he does not think Sean would be able to beat Robert Whittaker, and he's confident that he'll get the W.
Well, maybe if he is the best striker in the world, which I very highly doubt. You know, styles make fights. He fought the best style to beat Israel Adesanya, but you know, I fight the best style to knock out anybody in the world, and we saw that against Whittaker. That's never happened to him before. And you have to ask yourself the question, do you think Robert Whittaker loses against Sean Strickland, if you want to go on that math? And no, he doesn't. There's no way that happens. But, you know, I think our styles, we both have a very weird style. So I think it's going to be one hell of a clash. And I think this is a fan-friendly fight. It's going to be amazing.
When you look towards January and you look towards that title fight, what do you hope your reign as middleweight champion looks like?
Yeah, I think January, and I honestly believe that January 20th is the start of a new era. I think it's a new era of MMA. It's, you know, I'm coming through as a youngster. I started this sport very, very young. Been a professional now for 10 years. Very new in the UFC, and obviously being, no, I wouldn't say criticized, but it being mentioned of my weird style. I think this is the new era of a new style that is born. And I mean, if you look at the guys fighting at UFC 1 versus the guys, how the sport develops, I think I'm the next step in that evolution, and I really hope my reigns, and I believe my reign will bring that out, will bring the better out of any fighter in the world.
Rampage Jackson and Michael Bisping used to be close friends back in the day. However, they had a fallout due to a dispute with their manager. Recently, Dan Henderson went on Rampage's podcast, and Rampage reveals to Dan that when he knocked Bisping out back at UFC 100, Rampage cried backstage.
I never cried, but me and Bisping, we like brothers, especially back then. We're not as close now because some bullshit happened between our managers and stuff. But you know, like me, Congo, and Bisping, we was all like brothers. And I never got cried when I got knocked out, but when Bisping got knocked out one time, I thought it was him. I cried in the locker room. I felt he got knocked out that bad. I felt really bad, bro.
Really?
And I'm almost ashamed to say I never cry. Like some of my family members die and I don't cry. It's
like,
weird.
You felt bad for him that he had to go through that, or you felt bad that the world had to see it? What'd you feel bad about? He's a fighter.
I think it's something like felt bad. I felt like at the time maybe I didn't help him good enough in training or something. It was something like that, and I just felt bad for him. And I remember crying in the locker room, like, what the f is wrong with me? Why I'm crying? And I never cry. It's weird.
Yeah. You ever cry when one of your boys get knocked out?
No. I wish I had a different answer for you.
Come on, Dad. Two times now, brother. You let me kiss a teabag belt, then you leave me hanging on the f***ing crying.
In yesterday's video, we covered the back and forth between Colby Covington and Michael Chandler. If you missed it, Chandler was critical of Colby's performance against Leon Edwards and told Colby he sucked. Colby fired back, calling Chandler a scrub who got knocked out in Bellator. Chandler went on a rant on X last night. He responded to Colby and had words for Conor McGregor. He wrote, "I'd respond to Colby Covington, but I'm fearful of his ambulance chanting, cut rate attorney. I have enough on my plate. I don't need a bogus defamation suit based on my accurate tweets. Fighters don't sue fighters for fighting. How's your brain damage, kid?" On Conor, he continued, "I heard there was a meeting in Abu Dhabi or Dubai tonight. Hopefully Dana can convince Conor to be a man of his word. But we all make claims we can't back up at times. It's human nature. I don't fault him for it." He ended it off saying, "Imagine saying it, the greatest comeback in combat sports history, and then doing a whole sham of a documentary about it, and then never coming back. At the Notorious MMA, McGregor forgotten." Conor responded to Chandler. He wrote, "Chandler Moicano. Now there is a 300 main event," with laughing crying emojis. A few weeks ago, Alex Pereira posted a video of him fake proposing to his girlfriend. Today, MMA fans are speculating that they have since broken up. Alex unfollowed her on Instagram and deleted every single photo that she was in. She also deleted all photos of Alex. She posted a photo recently and may have dropped a hint as to why they broke up. Here's the photo. In the caption, she wrote "The Power of Now," and there's a song attached to the post. The song is called "Commitment Issues." The comment section is absolutely filled with the "Come to Daddy" gif. Pereira posted this photo to his Instagram a few hours ago. In the caption, he wrote, "Thank you, God." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Smallmouth City. It says, "Eddie took 2 hours to say something that could have been said in 5 seconds." The second one says, "I think what Eddie is trying to say is he wants to fight Mike at his natural weight." And the final one's from Chris Danks. It says, "Colby saying he does things no one else will do. Then not saying a single thing that has to do with fighting is hilarious." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.